So welcome everybody. Today's deep session on Mahalaleshwari. Yesterday I had indicated that we ended the session on Mahalaleshwari, so we were supposed to reflect on some of her poetry. Maybe that is why many of them are not here because people like stories. The actual tattva is to meditate and reflect on what she did, what happened to her नहीं, क्या बड़ा कहानी हुआ. Listen to stories and there is nothing in the story. So everything is in what she did, her tapas. What was she reflecting on? What did she practice? What was her state of inner consciousness, inner state of mind, of being? That's very important for us to know. And there we become very curious to know because we are all seekers on this path. I was always interested to know about the states of consciousness more than about saint stories and things like that. Whomever I meet, any divine person, I was always curious to know what is their state of consciousness, what's happening to them inside, how are they feeling? Because the rest is all projection of our mind, right? We look at them and we don't know. We can easily judge. जो दिखता है होता नहीं है, जो होता है वो दिखता नहीं है. I tell you 100 times. A person might look like a crook from outside, but might be very divine. A person might look very divine from outside, but be a crook. You never know. These avadut tattvas are like that. They are very much hidden, masked. So you look at any of them and go through their lifestyle, you will be misinterpreting them. Like avduts I have talked. You look at them, anybody can crazily just misunderstand them. What's happening to them. So I was not bothered about what they do outside, what is their natak outside. They do natak outside. Because this spirituality is about pretending only. You have to pretend. Your states of consciousness are something different, and that's your protector, that's your guide, that will always keep you rooted. Mind might run out here and there, but again, your Atman, which is there, your inner force, that will protect you all the time. It can foresee things, it can understand things. Mind cannot see, but the Atman can always see. So these mystics always live in those zones where they call it as God. And they are connected to that space. So from there, they function. You can easily relate to their lives when they function from there. Because there is a strange inner stillness, inner calm. Despite what is happening in the world, you look at these mystics, they will have a different inner charm. So I was always curious to know that. What would be their state of consciousness? So what you reflect on, what you seek is what you get. You seek their state of consciousness, there is where you will connect. You reflect on that. So I'm saying we are not interested about stories. Stories, hundreds of things are there. Shivam Tirth Maharaj, Shishya of Vishnu Tirth Maharaj, he was very dedicated. So when Vishnu Tirth Maharaj was leaving the body, he was shaken. Vishnu Tirth Maharaj had a tough time making him understand your guru is not the body. Come on. Why are you weeping like a fool? He would say, I can't understand all these things. I am attached to you. He say, if you are crying like this, what are the people who are looking at you? See, these are all practical things. You might not see all these glorified things in the paths because you don't know what's happening inside. I salute such Mahatmas who have the courage to write honestly about them. That is authenticity. Shivam Tirth Maharaj wrote about his flaws. He said, how can I be a guru? I cannot be. Vishnu Tirth Maharaj said, you have to, because that's how I have walked my path. He said, no, I have asanas. Shubham Tirth Maharaj says, no, I have asanas. And he keeps on encouraging me that everybody has. You are not supposed to look at those areas. You are supposed to look at the divine. So don't judge yourself by looking at your flaws. Which guru has the guts to say this? Tell me, in today's world, that they have flaws. No, everybody will pretend they are very divine only. Until you can peep and see it, nobody will know. Who doesn't have it? All are on this journey. Even Ma Laleshwari's lifetimes, when she speaks of, she has spoken many other places also, how she was having so much of flaws, so much of impurities. Many lifetimes keeps talking somewhere or the other in the text. But she says it is relentless practice which they are moving. And that is what I call as practical life. I don't want to live in this kind of hooks, all this crap, divinely glorified paths, which is all mask. Because when you look at a mask, you start pretending. Followers will start pretending. If the leaders are pretending, no doubt the followers will pretend. They'll also look at what is there and they'll also try to polish their mask. That's all. But if they see the raw authenticity, they will understand how the paths are. Then they will be motivated to understand what is it that they are, despite having all the flaws and imperfections, what is it that is keeping them moving. That is how I got attracted to these texts, because Vishnu Tirth Maharaj or Shivam Tirth Maharaj are not different from us. Bhagwan Ram had flaws. Yoga Vashit, you can see it's very clearly mentioned. Flaws of Ram. He used to have passion for sword fighting. He was very passionate about it. How he used to chase girls, tease girls. It is there, all there. Ram. Now, people who are not authentic, they will not look into all these things. They will look at just a glorified face, but they will not see what all Ram went through. That is tapasya. We as seekers are interested to find out what are the challenges on the path, not these glorified titles. Pretension. Pretension is very dangerous. I strongly put it down. Any kind of pretension. Anybody putting some quotes of higher spirituality and pretending to claim that they are there. They pretend to teach each other based on higher teachings. Like, let's say they are upset. They have a fight. I have seen this in my friend circle only. We had a fight and then they will start posting about Mona. Bhagwan Ramana's posts on Mona. Because they have become silent. They are posting about Ramana's silence is different, your silence is different. Your silence is egoic silence. His silence is when the ego dies. No thoughts is Mona. For us, zipping the mouth is Mona. No words is Mona. And Ramana says no thoughts is Mona. So we have to understand these things. Pretension is very dangerous. So pretending on higher teachings. So I put it down whenever somebody tries to boost any higher teachings. I said, are you there yet? So we should not make these defense systems of using some higher teachings. You reach there, you experience it, and then you speak. Authenticity hai. दम है ना बात में. Then you have even the right to speak. Even if you have tasted it, then speak. ये पता ही नहीं है what it is exactly, just some. So on this authentic path, I would suggest everybody not to fall in for all this glorified stuff. Be very practical, be very honest, be very authentic. What you are, be there. Be what you are. Don't try to buy votes from the world. Don't try to polish yourself and make new masks so that the world will like you. बात में तब दम है कि आप जैसे हो और feel the world likes you. That is authenticity. The world likes you for your flaws, for your goodness, for your richness, for your poorness, as you are. Then you have earned something in this world. Otherwise, you have earned false votes. The moment your mask falls, all your votes will go. So, authenticity. Ram had all these flaws. He had passion for the kingdom. He was trained for that. He had good passion in sports, horse riding, and things like that. But soon after he saw the reality, he lost all the interest in that. And then Vishwamitra comes and guides him. Guru comes and guides him. Because he feels inadequacy. He feels challenged and overwhelmed by truth. And that is when the Guru comes and tells him, you have to make all your efforts. Even Ram made efforts. Who are we? Why should we sit under some pretension of being perfect? Mahaleshwari, so many lifetimes they spent of imperfections. So even Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's whole lineage, I salute that Ramakrishna mission. They have such books exposed. They have just printed, published Vivekananda Swamiji's letters. Who will do it? All letters, unedited. Unedited. Huh? Hey, this will swim very bad for our organization, ashram. What will people think? Our Swamiji was. So he has written so many letters and he has used even words like bastard in that. Oh, they are printed as it is. They are printed wherever he lost his temper. Where Swami Vivekananda went to the holy temple in Kashmir, and then he was exposed of his own patriotism, false patriotism. He was so obsessed with being an Hindu, so much against the Muslims. Sher Bhavani temple. He went to the temple and he saw the whole temple is broken, and his blood started boiling. How dare the Mughals, Muslims do this? And he looks at the mother and in anger he says, oh mother, how dare they do this to you? If I would have been in your time, that time when these Mughals were there, I would have fought them. I would have never allowed this to happen. I would have protected you with my blood. And suddenly a voice comes from that Sher Bhavani's image. So, my dear, you think you are protecting me. You think you are going to protect my temple or build my temples. If I want, in a second, I can build so many temples, innumerable temples here. I don't need anybody to build that. And you think you are protecting me when the truth is I am protecting you. Swami Vivekananda writes, my full ego melted there. The Hindu Muslim ego. And he said, my patriotism was gone for a toss that day. From that day, he lost his patriotism. Patriotism, what? I am an Indian. Limited ego. You heard that Kabir song, no? Had, anhad, be, had, be, had, anhad. Three zones he is telling. Had is borders. We have not even gone beyond borders. See, patriotisms of borders are very limited. The one who goes beyond the borders is an Aulia, beyond boundaries. And the one who goes beyond the boundarylessness, no boundaries, but he is beyond, means infinite. The boundary wala and the boundaryless people. Those who have gone beyond the boundary is an Aulia, a stage of evolution. Those who have gone beyond the boundaryless means infinite, that is a peer, next level. And the third highest level is those who have gone beyond the boundary and boundarylessness. हद, बेहद, ये दो है. हद बेहद दोनों टपे, वो फकीरा कबीरा. Anhad, that spot is called as Anhad. Anhad Nad, you must have heard. See, inclusion, boundary we say and boundarylessness also we say. Ashtavakra Gita says neither this, neither that. Neither the boundary, neither the boundarylessness. You say the soul and the ego. He says neither the soul, neither the ego. Both discarded. That is the self. Beyond dualities, that means. एक नहीं, दो नहीं. दोनों भी नहीं. दोनों भी नहीं, एक भी नहीं. Advait we say एक. See, द्वैत जो पार करता है वो ओलिया. द्वैत पार करके मीन्स डुअलिटी पार करके जो नॉन डुअलिटी में आता है, बेहद, इनफाइनाइट, दैट इज पीर. बट दोज हु डिस्कार्ड बोथ, neither this neither that, is a fakir, kabir, anahat, that is limitless. Not even the word limitless. The moment you say limitless, it is something limited. You put one word, something only it becomes. You say infinite, say infinite matlab it has come in your mind. You will have some idea about infinite. The moment you have an idea, it is false. Because आप कितना भी सोचो, what is infinite? Oh, limitless. Try to think, limitless. Whatever you think, do you see? It is still a limitation. Whatever you try to think, because wherever your mind goes, it goes to a certain extent only. It cannot go beyond extent, because if it goes beyond extent, mind does not exist. Mind will not exist in that zone. You can't feel in samadhi. You can't measure infinite. That is Kabira. So I salute Farid Ayaz, Ustad. He has understood Kabira minutely. Nobody has understood, because I have been doing all my life research on Kabir. I have seen all his documentaries, read all scriptures about him, documentaries about him, until I came across Farid Ayaz Ustad from Pakistan. I saw his full documentary about Kabira. I don't know, there is a great singer, Kabir's songs. Her name is Varmani, something like that. I don't know, some of you might be knowing. She sings a lot of Kabir songs and in Rajasthan folk music, and she has a lot of live shows. I think Vermani, her name is. Dr. Anita might be knowing. So she, if you see, lot of her songs are there, live songs and all that. She's sung the maximum on Kabir song. She went to interview once Farida Yas in Pakistan. Okay. In Pakistan, she went to Vermani. She and another guy, I forgot his name. He is also a great Kabir singer. They both went to interview Farida Yas in Islamabad, I think. And that is the interview that is there on YouTube. Full interviews there. And he was ruthless. He first asked them only, what is Kabir? What do you think? Who is he? And they told, he is this, he is that, and all that. And he dismissed it. He said, Kabira is not, cannot be measured by words. He cannot be defined. And then he spoke about Kabir. Excellent, excellent talk. I said, this man is something. Shabnam Virmani. Virmani. Thank you, Ji. Shabnam Virmani. Those who fall in love with Kabir are falling in love with this Tatva, Anahad, beyond. They are falling in love with Ashokra Gita. Because that is where self-realization is. Ashtokra Gita. Ashtokra Gita is beyond all this and that. ये हमारा जो philosophies है यहाँ पे self realization all crap, ये सब ideas लोगों ने पाल रखा है. You can't define the self realization. That is such a zone. Self cannot be realized. Self cannot be explained. What self realization is going to be explained? All so many talks about self realization. That topic is beyond the mind. Only those who can be silent. Level 3. No talks there. Only they can experience it. Rest all can experience some concept and come back. You see, on all these programs, you will go and meditate and come back. So, the skill that is called. You meditate, you enter into samadhi, go blank, some will sleep and come back, and they'll say they are touching the self. Self cannot be touched by these concepts. People have not even understood it. It's very ridiculous. It's very funny when you see so much of apt talks, great talks on self realization, and the march towards it. All are marching towards it, literally. That is because they have not understood the basics. And to understand the basic, I am telling study Kabir. Study people like this. Study Malaleshwaris, Tattvas. Study Avadhut Gita. All those who boast about the self realization and they boast about Avadhut Tattva also, they don't know the basics of Avadhut because they have not read or they don't want to look into that Avadhut Gita. It defines who Avadhut is. Avadhut is the state of self. It cannot come under any catch. It cannot be measured. But we don't have the guts to go beyond that. Mind loves all these illusions. Mind loves to be in some kind of concept. That's the ego. Ego is very happy with some this concept, that concept, the self and the realization and things like that. But nobody wants to die here. Nobody wants to die and everybody wants to self-realize. What conflict, contradiction. Self-realization is death, death of existence. This mind existence is not there and people don't want to kill their mind. मनोनाशा नहीं चाहिए. सबको मनोलय में बैठना है और सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन की बातें करनी है. मनोलय is not self-realization. Manonasha is self-realization. Now people don't know what is manolaya, manonasha. They don't want to investigate also. And when I try to explain these things, they make mockery out of it. They make fun of this. So when I started talking about awareness, there was many anti people who started making mockery about it. Some of them insecure. They said, okay, people will run here and there. So let us make people comfortable by telling awareness is the light that will guide you from inside. Array awareness is not the light that will guide you. You are awareness. Then you have not read Shiva Sutras. You have not read your own Shivas. You are Shiva's Bhakta, but you have not read what Shiva has to say about in Sarva Gyanotra. You have not read the Gyan Bhairav Tantra then, where Shiva is telling very clearly, I am pure awareness. I am pure awareness means you are pure awareness. Because I and you are same. Shiva and us are same. The whole yatra is to realize I am Shiva. So if Shiva is awareness, am I not awareness then? If I am Shiva? So it's so funny to make fun of these things and just ridicule it, Okay, awareness, it's a very small thing. People calm down, don't have to rush here and there, don't have to run here and there. There's nothing extraordinary about these topics. It is just one part of you becoming conscious. We have not understood. And I'm telling you guys, don't treat awareness as mindfulness. It is not. For that, you have to first come to subjective. All these speakers are all talking objective talks. Their Shiva is still outside, whom they want to go and embrace. Not read Shiva Sutras yet. He can teach Shiva Sutras, but what you're teaching is objective Shiva Sutras, and Shiva Sutra is pure subjective. That is why I'm not teaching it yet. Because until the audience becomes subjective, there is no point in teaching it. Even if I teach subjective, the truthful, the real Shiva Sutras as it is, you will still take it from the objective and uska khichdi bana ke, you will still want to go and meet that Shiva or merge with that Shiva. I have always said this. If you read the Shiva Sutra, if you are delighted by taking wisdom of Shiva Sutras, and in the end you say, I have understood, and you say, I have understood, Har Har Mahadev, you have not understood an ounce because your Mahadev is still outside only. Shiva Sutra wanted to tell you you are Shiva, and your Mahadev is still outside. You have not understood it. So, खैर कलयुग है प्रभाव है मन का प्रभाव है माइंड ego plays a lot, glamour plays a lot, glitter plays a lot, these things play a lot of efforts, this power. Mind zone, it is still a fantasy, people's fantasy. Shiva is a fantasy for many people. Fantasy means what? Khayali pulav, kalpana. In the subjective zones you cannot have any kalpana. Kalpana is what? Concepts. Vikalpa has to completely be destroyed, then only nirvikalpa. Nirvikalpa is Shiva. And we are still in Vikalpas, all those imaginations in the mind. We are so obsessed with it that even if somebody tells you the truth, you are offended. How dare somebody say something to my Shiva? You are embracing those concepts, Vikalpa. And the ego mind is so strong in this, so stubborn, because the program is hypnotism, bolta hu isko. You get hypnotized by these concepts so deeply that even Shiva, if he comes and tells you, which is actually telling, give it up, I am not that. I am not this, I am not that. I am not your Ardhanareshwara. I am none of those. Give it up. Then why did you tell about it? It is for other people. Mand buddhi walon ke liye, dull intellects. Viveka is not yet awakened in them. It's for them. You, whose Viveka is up now, give it up. Still, still that fantasy will not go. Can you see that power of hypnotism? That hypnotism only is called Maya. You have been hypnotized by that false idea. And many false preachers, I call false preachers because anything that you help the masses, if you help the masses to stay in illusion, you are false because illusion is false and you are preaching illusion. So you are also false. To shake up people from illusions is the challenge, not to make them settle in illusion. So, what sells in today's spirituality is selling this, selling self realization, selling Shiva concepts. It's very easy to sell it. There's a lot of money because it's easy to buy it. I can pay you any amount. Install this Shiva in me. Arey, you are Shiva. I am not. You install it in me. Okay, then there is enough markets. Enough concepts are there. But to go beyond this, uh, very few, handful will go there. What did Nityananda say? One in 10 lakh, one in a million will get there. It's not easy. That's why I say don't compare yourself with others. Oh, there are so many people who think this way. I am left alone. All are against me. They will be against you. One against a million, kya hoga? Look at how popular Farid Ayaz and all these people are. How popular they are, and they are the authentic people. Authentic. Abhida Parveen. Authentic people. Have you seen Farid Ayaz's Kanhaiya? Go to YouTube and listen to his Kanhaiya. Are Krishna Bhakta song it is. He is a Sufi and he's singing with such a bhava for Krishna Kanhaiya. That shows he's beyond all this. Huh? Because somebody told me when he says, Bala hua mori mala tuti, main Ram japan se chuti. I'm done with the chanting of Ram. More sar se tali bala. And he's very happy. They said he's a Muslim. That is why he's singing that. Ram japan se chuti. Arey, then go and listen to his Kanhaiya song. And many others are there. Many Ram songs are there. He has sung everything. He has done justice everywhere. Because for him, there is no Ram, there is no Muhammad. It's just words. It's just words. That is why he sings. Mola mola lak pukare, mola hat na aaye. Mola mola lak pukare, mola hat na aaye. Mola mola lak pukare, mola hat na aaye. शब्दों से तुम खेल रहे हो शब्दों से तुम बहल रहे हो माना हाथ ना आए माना मीन्स मीनिंग कभी हाथ में आया ही नहीं तुम्हारा समझ ही नहीं है चेतना को ही पकड़ा नहीं शब्दों से खेलते बैठे मौला राम अल्लाह जीसस वाहे गुरु और सब झगड़ते बैठे एक दूसरे के साथ वॉर्स वही मर मिटे सब फरीदया सिंह इन वन कबीरा कुआं एक है पानी भरे अनेक कबीरा कुआं एक है Kabira is that one kuwa, that one well. Or you can say Kabira is telling there is only one well. Pani bhare anek, many fill from their own vessels. भांडे में ही भेद है भांडे में ही भेद है means vessels only are different here. Well is one, vessels are different, पानी सब में एक भांडे में ही भेद है पानी सब में एक कबीरा एक कुआं है पानी भरे अनेक भांडे में ही भेद है पानी सब में एक सेम वाटर इन ऑल द वेसल्स भांडे में ही टकरा रहे एक दूसरे के साथ लड़ मर रहे सब दैट इज व्हाट वी आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग बाय मां ललेश्वरी मां ललेश्वरी इज दैट तत्व सूफी सीज सी हर सूफी पोएम्स व्हाट डिड शी से she yesterday we understood that she had predicted she had understood that she has Muslim followers she has Hindu followers Hindu wants to cremate her body they are thinking of it and Muslim wants to bury that body now what did she do ना ये ना वो कबीर तत्व सूफीज्म दैट इज ये भी नहीं वो भी नहीं ना क्रिमेट ना अग्नि ना पृथ्वी ना अग्नि नो बर्निंग नो बरिंग डिसअपियर बॉडी ओनली डिसअपियर्ड कहाँ है भेद मसला ही हो गया टल गया सो शी इज दैट वे दिस इज योर प्रॉब्लम राइट बॉडी इज योर प्रॉब्लम, लेट मी फिनिश द प्रॉब्लम। अब क्या करोगे? हाथ ही नहीं है, किसको जलाओगे, किसको दफनाओगे? दैट इज दिस तत्व। वेरी फ्यू विल अंडरस्टैंड। इसलिए आई कीप ऑन promoting this only, this kind of tattva only, because you must understand it is coming from that zone. Where you are entering is you are entering into that pani zone. वो भांडे वाला नहीं है, भांडा बनना भी नहीं। Don't call yourself this yogi, that yogi, this Mahatma, this lineage, that lineage. Don't fall into that crap. That is crap. Spiritual ego crap. And people take pride in giving you more crap. And people take pride in taking more crap. Go beyond the craps. Don't accept anything, don't deny anything. Khatam. That is this one. That is Ashtavakra Gita. That is what we are talking about self. Not this, not that. What Rumi says, beyond the right doing and wrong doing, there's a garden. I'll meet you there. अच्छा करो, बुरा करो, पाप, पुण्य, pure, impure. Hey, get rid of all this nonsense. Don't talk of impurity, don't talk of purity. Khatam. That's it. When you don't talk about what happens, mind becomes silent. You catch one, there is noise in your mind. Anything you catch divinity also, there is noise in your mind. You say Rakshasa, there will be noise in your mind. You say Shiva, there will be noise in your mind. Both words, words means vibrations, chanchalta. You catch any divine word also, there is vibration. And there is chanchalta, which there is no nischalta, and Shiva is nischalta. See the fun? Understand these things. If you understand this much, I am telling you, don't need any antra tantra mantra. ये आप लोगों को इसलिए लगता है क्योंकि ये समझ नहीं आ रहा बेसिक फंडा। हाँ, इफ यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड दिस, मंद लो, बैठो, हजारों चीजें लेके बैठो। You simply meditate on these great Sufis like Kabira, Malaleshwari, या Tatva, their poems, साधना हो गया। It's not an avoidance. You're not escaping anything. You're simply being practical. Simply being very, very practical. Until the day you don't get this point, you are not going to get anywhere. Do any kind of tapas you want. I challenge you. Do any sadhana you want. Because sadhana is a doer, noise. The doer अभी जिंदा है, ऑब्जेक्टिव है, सब्जेक्टिव बहुत दूर है यात्रा, दिल्ली बहुत दूर है, ऑब्जेक्टिविटी से नहीं होगा। You do what you want. In the end, you have to come to Gyan Marga. People compete on that. Oh, Gyan Marga, better than that. Our path is different. Ours is this yoga, that yoga. हम ये योग करते हैं, वो योग करते हैं। ये क्या है? ज्ञान योग। वो समझ नहीं आएगा। बुद्धि फुल जिसका जागृत है उसको समझ आएगा व्हाट इज ज्ञान योगा। इट इज नॉट अ कॉम्पिटिटिव पाथ, इट्स अ प्रोग्रेसिव पाथ। From all the yoga, you come to this yoga. That is where the true yoga happens. You get the wisdom. अकल ठिकाने आती लग जाती है। टिल देन मन चलते रहता है डवाडो। It can come through karma yoga, it can come through bhakti yoga, it can come through Raj yoga also. But jnana yoga has to open up. Until there is jnana in karma, you will do karma as a doer and you will keep on attracting karma. You are not out of punarpi janma, punarpi maran, because the doership has not gone. But the jnana आपके अंदर जब उमड़ता है, even a कर्म योगी में, you get the jnana, I am not the doer, you give up doing. Then you lead directly. Jnana is needed. In the bhakti marga also, if you don't have proper jnana, only bhakti, you will be an apara bhakti, bhed bhakti, swartha bhakti. You will be there. You and your God will be there. You and your Guru will be there. Always separate, struggling to unite and never uniting. You can never unite. How can two bodies unite? Even if two bodies come together, how long are they going to be united? Think about it practically. All our ideas is about merging with a personality. चिपके रहो, कितने देर चिपकोगे? टॉयलेट जाना पड़ेगा, खाना खाना पड़ेगा, समवेयर यू हैव टू मूव अपार्ट. डजंट मेक सेंस. कितना देर चरण पकड़ के बैठोगे गुरु का? कितना निहारोगे फोटो में? जितना निहारोगे उतना दूर लगेगा, उतना तड़प बढ़ेगा. अपराभक्ति, उसमें भी ज्ञान चाहिए, विवेक खुलना चाहिए. तब पता चलता है कि पराभक्ति, वो जो गुरु बाहर है वो भीतर एक ही है. And subjective, it comes to subject, not objective anymore. It starts with objective, but it has to come to subjective. Subjective के लिए ज्ञान मार्ग चाहिए ही चाहिए. नहीं तो समझ ही नहीं आएगा. मन से जब काम करते हैं तो ऑब्जेक्टिव, यू विल रिमेन इन ऑब्जेक्टिव ओनली. Intellect will start questioning things. When you go beyond intellect, only parabhakti happens. Then you will understand all is one. Outside, inside is all one. That God, that Guru, that Self is all one only. Same stuff it is. Why am I not seeing? You are in the mind. भांडे में ही भेद है, पानी सब में एक. This is what Kabira is telling. Same thing what I am telling. तुम्हारा भांडा बाहर है. You have got hundreds of gurus. Hundreds of भांडा ही है. तुम भी एक भांडा हो जो फूटा नहीं अभी तक. जिस दिन भांडा फूटेगा पता चलेगा पानी एक ही है. दिखने में ऐसा लग रहा था, भांडे में ही भेद है, पानी सब में एक. कबीरा कुआ एक है, पानी भरे अनेक. ये अनेक में हम आते हैं. रिलीजन्स, आर पाथ्स एंड दिस, ये सब भांडे, अलग अलग टाइप के भांडे काहे को मांगता है? क्योंकि नजर पानी पे नहीं है. पानी किस पे? हुज नजर विल गो देयर ऑन पानी? सब्जेक्टिव पीपल. ऑब्जेक्टिव वाले भांडे में जाएंगे. एंड व्हाट फुलिशनेस दैट इज. हम शिव से जाके मिलेंगे, मतलब हम अपना मटका लेके उस शिव के मटके से टकराएंगे. टकराने के बाद क्या होगा माय डियर? जब पानी मिलेगा पता चले अरे ये तो वही पानी है. सेम वाटर इट इज. तो इतना अपना मटका क्यों फोड़ा, सर क्यों फोड़ा इतना दिन? समझ, बुद्धि नहीं था, विवेक जगा नहीं. उसलिए कह रहा हूँ ज्ञान मार्ग. ज्ञान चाहिए उसके लिए. ज्ञान की कृपा, ज्ञान इज ग्रेस. कोई भी मार्ग ले लो आप, ज्ञान के बिना नहीं होता. राजयोग, मेडिटेशन योग. Till the time you are doing meditation, you will be doing meditation on what? Meditating on the sky, meditating on Shiva, meditating on Parvati, meditating on God, Allah, Jesus, Vaheguru. You are meditating on these. Still outside. वही भांडा फूटना चाहिए. Then you will understand it is meditating on the self. And that self also is not different. You are not different, self is not different. That is second stage. First is you are meditating on outside. Something outside. Some concepts. Then you evolve and then you say, okay, Guru is not there outside. Guru bhitar hi hai. So you are there and your Guru still two hai andar. Dvand hai abhi bhi. Only thing you have taken the Guru from there and thrown him inside. Taken the God from there and thrown him inside. Now you are worshipping, but still two hai. भांडे में अभी भी भेद है. The day you realize who is this meditating on this one, you'll see it is the same light. That which you are meditating, God, that light only has entered the ego and it is looking at this one. How this I is born? I am worshipping my God. Okay, who is giving you the power to worship? From where is this illumination happening? कहाँ से जिंदा हुआ? ये बोल कौन रहा है? मैं बोल रहा हूँ. मैं कौन? अहंकार. आई द ईगो. आई दिस योगी. ओके, योगी की जन्म कहाँ से हुआ? योगी की तो कल रात को सोया था. Yesterday night yogi was sleeping nicely, snoring. योगी का मर गया था तब. अब ये योगी कहाँ से है? हाँ, एक इल्यूमिनेशन आया. वो इल्यूमिनेशन कौन है? हु इज दैट इल्यूमिनेशन, व्हाट इज दैट इल्यूमिनेशन? पता नहीं है। हाँ, फिर ध्यान करो, फाइंड आउट, फाइंडिंग आउट हु इज दैट इल्यूमिनेशन इज कॉल्ड हु एम आई, ज्ञान मार्ग। The day you find out who's that illumination, you will know, अरे it is that illumination which I am meditating on. भीतर एक प्रकाश है, I am meditating on that प्रकाश. But who is this I who is meditating? I am born from that prakash. My ego only is illumined, and I am only looking at that light. That's what I said. भांडा जब फूटता है तो मालूम पड़ता है, अरे पानी सब में एक है. The same stuff. That is called meditating on the self, abiding in the self, self abiding in the self. Who is there now to know? कौन किसको पहचाने, कौन किस पे ध्यान करता है? Who's there meditating on somebody? Till the ego is there, there is someone meditating on your God. The day it is realized, the meditator itself is that which is being meditated upon, pura khatam. You have reached the destination. That is known Shivoham. I am Shiva. I am only that Shiva. घूंघट के पट खोल, पट खोला, ऑब्जेक्टिव, ऑब्जेक्टिव अप्रोच है. घूंघट कौन खोलता है? जो अपनी महबूबा को देखना चाहता है, बिलावट को ऑन द अदर साइड. तो घूंघट के, यू वांट टू सी द फेस, यू आर वेरी कीन. आई एम डाइंग टू सी माई बिलवड. कहीं जन्मों से मिला नहीं, तरस रहा हूं. तो घूंघट के पट खोल तो ये पिया मिलेंगे. ये पिया कौन है? जब व्हेन यू ओपन द घूंघट एंड यू लुक, इट इज योर फेस, इट इज अ मिरर. घूंघट के पीछे मिरर है. यू ओपन द घूंघट, यू आर सीइंग योरसेल्फ. तो ये पिया मिलेंगे. पिया कौन? तुम ही हो पिया. द डे दिस इज रियलाइज्ड, हो गया. दैट इज ज्ञान मार्ग. ये ज्ञान होना, this wisdom to rise in us, that I am only that. This is what I'm calling subjective approach. Objective से कुछ नहीं होता. Objective में अभी भी ignorance है. If you are understanding subjective, it is pure grace. Grace only can take you to self-realization and not your efforts. ये योगी वो योगी बन के कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो तुम. अहंकार की पुष्टि ही चलेगा. जिस दिन वो योगी का नाश होगा, वो ये ज्ञान से ही होगा. कौन सा योगी? यू लाफ एट इट. ये तो और एक भांडा है. So today, yesterday, I think today only I posted that nice bhajan again. Somebody else was singing about Kabir songs only. I was looking at it. In that it was like, he was singing, Muslims fear cremating, burying the dead. I was remembering Malaleshwari. Yesterday we read Malaleshwari. Same, dekho. Muslims fear cremating the dead. They fear to cremate. Hindus fear burying the dead. Both argue with each other over their fears. And both die in ignorance. मतलब मुसलमान मुर्दों को जलाने से डरते हैं, हिंदू मुर्दों को दफनाने से डरते हैं. दोनों एक दूसरे के साथ मुठभेड़ इसी में लगे रहते हैं कि किसका श्रेष्ठ है, जलाना श्रेष्ठ है या दफनाना श्रेष्ठ है. और दोनों अंत में इसी अज्ञानता में मर जाते हैं. दे बोथ डाई इन दिस इग्नोरेंस. दिस इज व्हाट वाज sung. I think it was Bulesha's or Kabir's poem. Why I'm talking so much on this poems, and because ultimate direct truth है इसके अंदर. कोई पोथी वोथी पढ़ के भी जरूरत नहीं है. See what Bulesha is telling. What is the use of learning all those scriptures? ढाई अक्षर प्रेम के पढ़े सो पंडित होए. This basic thing called love अभी तक हम में जागृत नहीं है. This we are struggling with this only to identify this thing. We don't know we are love. We don't know. We are reading all scriptures. Bulesha is telling, understand just this. thing called love, what it is. You will understand you are that. All your quest for all the scriptures and gods will die immediately. See, in everything you see, what is there? Love only is there. Love for scripture, love for religion, love for spirituality, love for God, love for guru. Love ही है ना? बेसिक थिंग इज लव ओनली. तो 2.5 अक्षर उतना ही है. देखो कितना है. 2.5 अक्षर पढ़ लो काफी है. उतना पूरा पोथियां पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. जस्ट दो 4 letter words. You don't have to read scores of scriptures. And he says, Bulisha says, you have entered into all temples and mosques. किसी को छोड़ा नहीं. सब में दर्शन ले लिए. सब में भीख मांग लिए हम लोग. एवरीवेयर वे वी गो. वर्शिप तो बहाना है. मांगने तो भीख ही जाते हैं वहां. वर्शिप तो बहाना है. पूजा पाठ तो बहाना है. मांग अंत में मांगना ही है उसके अंदर. तो सारे मंदिर मस्जिद घूम लिए, लेकिन अपने हृदय में कभी ना झांके. सब मंदिरों में झांक ली, सब मस्जिदों में झांक ली, अपने अंदर झांके नहीं कभी. I never entered my own self. I looked into all the temples. I entered into all the ashrams. I went to all the gurus. I went to all the deities, all the gods, goddesses. But I never entered my own chamber. बुल्ले शाह. इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ पूरा सरल इनके भाषा में है. ये भी सबके समझ में नहीं आएगा. By grace, if you have reached on the pinnacle of ज्ञान मार्ग, ये ज्ञान आपका खुलता है. एंड डायरेक्टली यू विल नो वेयर टू सक द हनी फ्रॉम. वो भी एक कला है. टू सक द हनी. यू नो वेयर नेक्टर इज. मक्खी नहीं बनोगे आप. मधुमक्खी बनोगे. मक्खी हर तरफ जाता है. हाँ, इट विल गो इनटू हंड्रेड्स ऑफ थिंग्स. इट इज डूइंग बिजी बिजी रनिंग चेसिंग दिस एंड दैट 100. क्योंकि अभी तक उसको नेक्टर का है पता नहीं चला उसको. वेयर द एक्चुअल नेक्टर एक बार पता चल गया, यू विल बिकम अ बी. मक्खी से मधुमक्खी बन जाओगे. मधुमक्खी नो.